Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Conscious Leader. I am very excited today because we are going to have a presentation, and the presentation will be by Elizabeth Mazur. Elizabeth Mazur is ex-nurse, published author. She published 6 books. And she is an energy coach for women over 50. And you might remember a couple of weeks ago, or maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, she presented a first concept of her model, which I believe she talks about this model in her latest book. So 4 weeks ago, she shared with us about the concept of that model. And today, she is going to take us to the next level because nothing is going to be, we are not going to leave this unless we take action, unless we start implementing. So tonight is all about taking action and implementation of those principles into our life. Welcome to the stage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, and welcome back, fabulous folks, really. Last time, we uncovered the true bump. So that's the woman misplaced the power past 50. They were thinking, but they misplaced only because they hit the button of the inner voice. So now, let's level up. Because that doesn't gone cut out. Today is all about the dazzling moves to the next level. So next one will be we are not your energy. Now is the time to use it. So you already began the most important part. So that was, we have the last talk, and we are starting listening again. We have noted your energy. Your energy needs, your energy is true. Now the question becomes, what do you do with your awareness? So next one will be, well, I want to do, and I don't know what to change. Everybody said that. Take a moment. Ask yourself honestly, really honestly, what in my life do I already know needs to be changed? Just think about it. You don't need to share. Just notice. Now, I'll ask, who have known something needs to be changed, but hasn't changed it yet? You are not alone. You might raise your hand. You are not alone. Next is awareness without action is equal frustration. This is where many women got stuck, really. That's what I noticed, and I've been with them. They know what's not working, but they don't move forward. And why? Because they overthink, because they wait to the perfect time, because they fear making wrong notice and stay what feels familiar. And slowly, frustration builds. So that's what happens when we overthink. Well, next is clarity comes through action, not before it. So this is a true, really, that changes everything. You don't need clarity before you act. Clarity comes before you act. Small steps create clarity. Waiting creates doubt. So now is next where you are now, and verse it's where you want to be, really. Every woman sits in what they call the life gap. No one side. Your current life go to others. Your life, you feel drawn, and in between uncertainty, fear, and between overwhelm. That's what happened with us. Next is a bit little exercise. My life right now feels like, you might think, and right maybe, and I wish my life feels like. Take a minute, think about it. So, you have a deep thought about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
My life right now feels like I'm busy. And I wish my life felt like I'm making a difference.
Well, where is busy, we have to do schedule for life, isn't it? We have to still have a relaxation time. So maybe a meditation, or you just walk somewhere, be with people, which one they, well, I like to go to theater sometimes, or go for a walk where things change in the city. For example, they have some exhibition. So that's what it could help you. So, yeah, complete this sentence. You said so. My life right now feels like, I wish my life feel like. So you said already. As I said, and I was doing what Yolanda was doing, what her life looks like.
My life right now feels like I'm still battling. I'm trying to get there to the point what I want to build. And so I wish my life felt like I've already overcome all my challenges. Actually, I don't know if I want to feel like I overcame, but I want to sort of be on top of that particular challenge.
Mm-hmm. It is, you see, because when we thinking mindedly to finish what we started, sometimes it's good to have a little break, and the mind is more clear. And of course, watch some funny maybe things, shows or whatever, and sometimes or read the books. I had a very interesting book now about changing neuro network in your mind, so you can see what is making you really tired. And there's a lot of exercise on that. So it's written by medical doctor, and it's helping. I can vision things because I've been working with the different kind of sick people, or doctors which can explain what had happened with those patients. So yes, next one, it's you don't need to fix anything. You need a simple path. So that's how we create it. You don't need completed life overwhelmed. You need to clear, simple process. You have to have that clear, simple process. So, and this is what I am going to share with you now. And then in that, next is the creation. The creation framework is very important, because when you create your framework, you are more stuck to it's like programming yourself for the day, for a week. You have clarity then, because you know step by step where you're going and what you have to do. So simplify that, of course. People are writing diary, or they have a little note which one they have some funny even things which one they could compare their thoughts to that what they've written, and they sometimes laughing at the funny things they did. They're small shifts. It's okay. Identify shifts. That's the important things. So this is the process. I teach a woman to move from awesome where they were and what action they have to take. So those steps are simple, practical, and very powerful. So they see different way they used to do every day. Next is we have, what do I actually want now? So after 50, sometimes important happens. Well, sometimes you still continues your job. Sometimes you have to change or adjust. What use the matter may not matter anymore, because it's very important when you weigh your energy, your concentration, and the future. So just thinking, really, if is the things you do in suiting you. This is not about the goals. It's about your current truth. So if your truth is, so you want to reach certain things, and it's giving you pleasure because it has to, then you feel better, freer, and your energy rise then. Next one is a question, sort of. If nothing was expected of me, I would choose. What you could choose. So you might complete the sentence or just say, if nothing was expected from me, I would choose. And no pressure, no judgment. So just thinking. Somebody wants to say maybe something what they expected or what they will choose to feel better. There's no, as I said, no pressure, no judgment. If you don't, that's okay.
At the moment I'm looking after my mom. So if I wasn't expected to get up in the morning or in the middle of the night, I would choose to sleep. I like my sleep.
That's something, yes. So this is honesty, and it's very important. What about you, Barbara?
I guess, but if I can just say, sometimes, if we were talking about addiction before, I think it's also if nothing is I grew in kind of environment that I need to be needed, and that's an addiction. So therefore, I've been working hard all my life, and now, even though I am not working in employment, but I'm still working hard every day, because this is what I have been possibly addicted to do.
Sort of like program yourself.
Yeah, program myself from many years that I can't just stand still. I have ambitions to achieve something, and that's how I trained myself.
Yeah, same with me, actually. I've been doing a lot with my kids were younger, but I still, because I was doing nursing and other things, I was thinking how I really organize myself and have a time for relaxation. I needed empty space in my thoughts sometimes. So exercise was giving me a lot of power. Walking and traveling, that was something which I switched the environment, and the people were calm. They switch completely to that whatever they see around, and I love it. So that was my things. What about you, Barbara?
Well, I have difficulty answering that question because I would say I would choose me, but which is non-committal, right? Which is anything. And the truth is that you will always fill your day with something. So it better be something good. And deciding on what is good is the difficult part because you commit yourself before you actually make real choice. And it comes from the feeling and the drive that I've got to achieve something, right? I've got to be somebody. And yeah, and that could be an addiction too, right? Because we don't allow ourselves, and I'm generalizing here because I included you in that as well, is to do absolutely nothing. But I do know at least two ladies that say, one says, I have been working on my life very hard. It's my time. Now I'm not checking what she's doing when nobody is looking, right? But and I would say she probably has got something of her own as well. And there is another lady that says, I'm doing nothing, right? And I don't want to do anything. But then she's very deeply connected to the spiritual stuff and running for those. I mean, she even goes for those. I don't know what they call it.
Events, whatever.
They are retreats, but they are the pay whatever you can type of retreats. And then she gets committed to that, right? And I don't think we ever do nothing. We only feel either good about what we're doing or not so good, or waiting for something better.
Yes, just
actually funny to talk about this because this morning I do the growth day, which is like a half an hour. I'm listening to certain things, and I was listening to Ed Mylett, who is a coach and personal speaker and quite successful. And it was just a fraction of his presentation, just about that he made his life to be busy, and he used to say that he makes the biggest success for himself when he's totally busy and he's got so many things going on, till he actually stopped and talked with another coach, and then realized that he created it possibly from his childhood or had these ambitions and so forth. And he said, so now I still have problem with this, but having done millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, I don't need to be stressed and run and do everything. And so I'm trying to retrain myself to find the joy in doing nothing or less things. I don't need to fall in everything.
And to be spontaneous.
Yeah. And so, I think Barbara pointed it right, that whatever we do, as long as we feel happy doing it. And so we just basically need to step back, and then it goes to what Elizabeth's saying, whatever method you have, or meditation or travel or go away, we need to kind of stop and say, am I actually gone too far with this, because it's taken away fun from and joy from my life. I need to reset. And that program that Elizabeth is telling us, and I was going to say that it's about reset, rebuild, and rise. And today we're talking about create. So we kind of have to go through this process of, okay, I've had fun. I've created this thing, what I'm doing. I had fun, but I stopped having fun because I gone to my usual self, and I'm overdoing it.
I had actually, that just reminds me, when I was running my therapeutic massage clinic, I had a different kind of people coming. So there was a particular lady which had said, I am feeling all the time tired and I don't know what to do. So I came, maybe you could advise me. And I said, well, we can do that massage as well. And I gave her a program and she said, it's like I am feeling, so I have to do that. I said, no, I will show you some easier steps and you can do that and you will feel relaxed. And also meditation. And then she came a week later and she said, you know what? It's like I am feeling like I am at work again. So people interpret in different way. And she
Yes.
said, I prefer to lay down and do whatever you have to do and pay for. So you have those kinds of people as well. And eventually after a year, she came, she had a break because she had some problem in the family. Maybe that was on the top of her problems. And she was limping. She said, my back is aching. And I am going to have a surgery because the doctor said it's better surgery. He told me about relaxation and things, but I don't want. I want to fix it straight away.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
a problem, right? That is a problem.
That's the problem. Yeah. Okay. So next one, we're going. You don't need more. You need less than drives you. So that's what actually I said. Most women think they need to add more to improve a life, but they don't. But really, change often comes from reviewing what no longer fits. Energy retained when you simplify. So that's normal, isn't it? When you are not stressing yourself, when you relax and do whatever you feel more comfortable with. The next is like also little exercise, just thinking about what feels heavy, then I am ready to release. So just think about it. Ask yourself, what feels heavy in my life right now? What I am holding onto that no longer serve me? And write one thing at a time. That will help you also. Because often we just running around with our mind, we're thinking about things to do, and then we forget. And then we have the same step, and the energy is slowing because you're holding. It's like a beach ball. You're holding in, suppressing that problems you have. But when you think about that logically, then you can see, so that didn't serve you, and you change environment with thinking. Yeah. The next one.
Yes? I think that getting rid of that feeling of busyness would be great, but that's how do you do that?
How do you do the feeling? Well, the feelings is always coming with your thoughts, because as you know, you're creating your feelings. So you're thinking about something negative or something which you don't like, and automatically you're feeling sort of lower energy around. Sometimes your heart working harder, pumping more bloods. Your immune system sometimes is compromised because of the continuously stress. So you really need to relax and do something to think about your body. It's your car, it's your vehicle for life. So if you don't take care of that, your energy will go away, and then you find out yourself, look at the mirror, I don't know that woman anymore. She looks old, unhappy, unsatisfied, don't know what to do, which road to take. So that's why it's so important, to think about that, what really is good for you. Some people, like I met also on one training, a man that was like, we have to be there. And he said, I do this course, that course, and another course. And really, I don't know what to do with that because I haven't got the time to practice even. And he was very tired. So I gave him Reiki. And he said, it's like you put a warm water over me and I can think negative even. So that was really good. I was happy to help him. Yeah, Reiki is good. I do myself Reiki every day. So
Wow.
yeah, there is steps. We can talk other time maybe about Reiki, if you like.
Yes, we would like to.
Okay. Yeah, small action. It's the next one.
Okay.
Small action creates big changes. So that's what we were now up to. And
What am I going to do this week? Because I have too many things on my plate, and then I skip. I don't go to gym because I have so many things, and I'm trying to catch up, and it's like a vicious cycle because I know if I go to gym and I do my exercise, I think straight. It's so easy. Things just happen. A result, get resolved very easily. But when I'm in this cycle, I'll just go around and say, oh, I'll do everything and then I go to gym. No, I have to go first because I don't think straight anymore.
Yeah, I do twice a day exercise. So in the morning I have 30, it's about 10 different movements. Thoroughly for years now, since I had the stresses, everything was gone, because when you do exercise, those exercises, you have to think about the next step and the certain part of the body. And then evening, I have 10 minutes exercise after the shower. So it's helping relax all of the muscles. And yeah, it's very, very important. So I don't need to go to gym. I never did. I did once actually because of my daughter. She needs at the time. So we went, but I was feeling focus on that, what they do, and think about what could help me if that is the one. And I actually came with a pain on my shoulder and neck. So I started doing pressure points because I did acupuncture also course, and release my pain. And I said, well, my exercise are marvelous. It's helping me. I even show my daughter. I did a little video sometimes ago, just 3 movements, because you have to put each step to 20 movements, for 30 movements of each. Yeah, but it's very helpful and cheap. And you do it automatically because, as I said, wherever we think is engraving in your body. So all of the movements, that now I have maybe more problem to memorize. I used to memorize poems, but now, my God, it's a bit changed. So repeatedly, eventually sank.
Yeah, I already because I've been doing exercises and going to gyms all my life, and I really, because I always live, with like a community at home. I always have family, and so that was the only way I can actually go, because otherwise someone will interrupt me, someone will ask me something. So I have to leave home, do my exercise. It's my time. No one. I'm going to dentist now, and that's another challenge that gives me stress. And I'll be going for a while. So, I realized that after this session, I'm going to have headache and I can't do anything, which is very hard for me to accept. But my dentist and his partner there, who's working. I've been going to the same dentist for the last 4 years. And so we had a laugh, and they asked me, "Oh, when you come here, what do you think what's going to happen? Are you frightened? Or are you going to sleep?" Because I told them I fall asleep sometimes. And I said, "Okay, I think about this, and then I said, actually, I'm coming here, and I feel like I'm coming to resort. It's my time. No one is going to interrupt me. Someone is, of course, making me pain there, but still, I'm comfortably lying in this chair, and I'm having a good time.
Yes.
Yeah, I came to a conclusion that while you're working, it is actually your time. The travel to work is your time, and then you come home, and all of a sudden you are available, free,
Yes.
and everybody claims that time. Not that I have got a lot of people to claim the time,
Yeah.
but even me, I'm working against myself, making myself busy on things that seem right at the time, right?
Yeah. That's right. So I'm rarely alone. Actually, I don't remember being alone, and so the only time I'm alone, kind of alone, it's late at night. Everyone's gone to sleep, and it's my time.
Yes, yes, that's what happens when you have children as well, isn't it? When they go to bed, then you have a bit time for yourself if they want. If you're lucky, they want to get up and complain. So that's that. Yeah. So that next one was a lady, sort of, and now
I
she's.
love your graphics. It's amazing.
Is it? Yes.
Amazing, yeah. Become the woman.
Become the woman who you are. Yes. Well, I actually we have also other one. Small action creates big changes. So I don't know if I skipped that. So this is where many women got overwhelmed and think about and need changes everything. But I think what we did, yes, did small steps create momentum and consistency creating confidence. So there's a lady sitting in the flowers and she's relaxing now. And then we have a little exercise after that. And then one small action I can take this week is ask yourself, what is one small step I can take this week? Not perfect, no big, just real. So just think about it, what you can do for
just
this.
decide on what is really important and not more than 3 things.
That's right. But yeah, it's important. So I have always written what I have to do to remember the next step, what I have to do, and plus what will give me a pleasure and what really assess that momentum sort of. And I have to learn how to congratulate myself when I did something. So we mentioned some days ago. So there is energy coming when you say, I am grateful, or you are fantastic, you've done it. You program and you've done it. So yes, that's the way. So that is not a big tick, thinking it's a real one. The next one is become the woman who, well, this is the most powerful step actually in our program. Your life changed when you identify changes, because it's very important to memorize what you made, what change did you make. And instead of asking, what should I do? Just ask, what do I want to become? Because that is very, very important. So when you know that, when you have the answer for that, then you just drawing the line right to the point and you're feeling stronger and better. The next one is a little exercise. I am becoming a woman who, you might answer that, complete the sentence. I become a woman who, this is, and when you answer, this is the future identity, because when you state it, I become the woman who want to be in certain, like Barbara, you want to teach? Yes, do you? Yeah. So if you have a program for that, if you get into the point you feel satisfied, probably. So that's what is your identity. So wherever you plan and you go into that, that become your signature for your life. It's very sometimes difficult to actually get a full picture of when you are not really sure about. But if you like something, you better practice that and get to the point. So you're feeling more relaxed. Because other way will be like that men which and I met did a lot of training but haven't got the time to think really what he can do with that. Okay,
I'm
next.
becoming a woman
Mm-hmm.
notices life around me, notice nature, and I enjoy this in my life rather than as opposed to what I have been doing all my life, running for success or building something and whatever. I really want to enjoy presence, but presence with the nature, notice people, and also notice myself because I still have a lot of frustrations when things don't go the way I want this to go, and I'm still working space. I'm still working on myself, so this is still working on me.
What about you, Barbara?
I'm less organized because I want to be healthy, wealth, and wise, right? But
very, very straightforward. Yes.
it's not well. It's not straightforward. That's it. I mean, I am going to the gym, but I find the reason not to go. I mean, go together with my husband. Actually, we are doing everything together at this point of time, which is also a thing to get adjusted to. And I don't want to be earning money, but I want the people to find me, right? So I do actually need that recognition. I need to feel good about myself, but I don't want to be asking for it. Now, this is this could be a how to say it's not really a strategy, right? It is like hope strategy.
Well, it is strategic because if you find artificial intelligence to help you and you will do a good program, save the time for yourself, then you have a recognition from others because you expose really what you're going to do. And then in the right words, and all of the programs, as Yolanta said, put point by point, it giving that big picture, and the recognition comes with that.
That is true, but I get I change myself. Sorry, no. I shortchange myself by trying to do. There's so many opportunities, right? And it's so hard to refuse. You at some point of time you say, "Go away. It's my thinking time," right? Because that's my thinking doing time, and then you can because it's. I have decided a long time ago that at that time there were two types of people that read and people that were writing. Very rarely happens that people that write a lot of books do read a lot of books. The same, some people speak, some people listen. And if you look at that division is actually confirming itself almost in every part of our life, or whether it's professional or non-professional, right? So it's really about making choice.
That's right.
And it's so difficult because you want to.
I just want to make a comment about Oh, go ahead, Barbara. Have you finished?
It's if I can make an example, right? This about what my husband used to do. In Poland, it was very, very common that the men would go meet in garage, and all they would do is forever fixing their cars, right? Your car breaks in the street, the people stop, and the whole crowd of them, and everybody is trying to help you. It doesn't happen anymore, right? But but everybody is doing something, and everybody wants to engage somebody else in what you're doing, inviting everybody. And I just listened yesterday to a lady that say, I'm sending post on this, and that, and then I multiplied it because every post is repeated on that, and that, and on top of that there is email. And I thought, this is a lot of noise. How do you cut through the noise and really have satisfaction in what you're achieving? But it's so difficult because there is so much of it, and it's so loud.
Yeah. So I think the future.
If I can make a comment, what Barbara was saying, what you've decided to do, I asked the question following the lessons, and I asked the question to AI, Claude this time, what is the gap, right? So that I may be not aware of, and so I might not repeat it exactly, but it just made me think. I'm still thinking about this. Is that if I am promoting certain ideas, right, to my community, but I need to apply this to myself. So if I decide that I'm doing this because this is just, it gives me pleasure or gives me satisfaction or gives me something, that's not what I'm expecting from my community. I'm expecting from my community to take action and become this person. So therefore, I need to apply the same standard to myself. Mm-hmm. So it's not just that, I'm in that stage of my life where I am, exploring, thinking and writing and suggesting that these are good ideas. I need to apply this to myself, which means that I need to be very serious so on that level, what it means to me, that if I'm expecting this taking action and achieve and move and progress from my community, I then need to apply to my field. It means that, okay, I should be demanding from myself that I'm serious about having paid clients, because that's the same level of attitude. So I need to be taking action and expecting, because this is the kind of energy that I'm sending to my community. So, it's not good enough just to be, oh, I'm telling you. It's that I'm doing it and you can do it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that, but I have been trying not to do it. And I thought I had a good reason for not wanting to do it, right? Whether that reason is valid, maybe not anymore, but at the time I thought there was a reason why I didn't want to be responsible to be making money. It's not the same as earning money when there is an opportunity, but being responsible. My sole responsibility is earning money. Didn't want that.
I think that you brought that from your employment time, yes? Or you didn't?
Well, that was the decision when I decided not to be earning money. Yes, it did come from there, but it stayed with me. I was very consistent, right? And now I'm breaking up, but it's what I wanted to do is I wanted to maybe have a business, but not call it business. I never defined it what it's meant to be, so that it gives me the same level of satisfaction. I do use my knowledge. I do grow. I do provide whatever benefits to some people. And I do get rewarded in some way, but I don't call it a business, and I don't call it my responsibility to be earning money, right? And yeah, I suppose it was artificial, right? So I haven't quite resolved it yet.
But you did write a book, didn't you? Are you writing a book?
I am writing my book, yes.
Yes. So that's other things, you know. Sometimes when you put in the words, you're feeling like you phrase something from your mind and showing what you have there. And some people, they can really appreciate it. It is some, they might not, but you feeling you've done something. So it's sort of like satisfaction in a way too. Now
Yes.
we find a way how to present it that. So that's what I'm learning.
Yes.
Okay, so the next here we have a lady, which one? It's like you meet your future self. So there you are. And to meet that lady, the best is to close your eyes for a moment. Just close. And imagine yourself 1 year from now on. You feel calm. You feel clear. You feel engaged. You trust yourself. You like your life. And now ask, what is she doing differently? Well, just think about it. Open your eyes if you like, or you can still keep closed and thinking what she's doing differently than I am doing now.
I think I am a woman that makes choices, and I follow my choices and my judgment. I do not get distracted by 5,000 emails a day. I do not get distracted by things that people want me to focus on. So I make choices, and I drive my life by my choices.
So this is your future, which are you thinking?
This is my future, yes.
Right. Nice. Yes.
And I'm enjoying my life, right? I look the same beautiful as this lady does. I don't know. I don't sit on the beach, but I like the freedom that the nature gives you, right? The light wind, your hair being sort of pushed from place to place, the deep breath, and feeling the power of your body, right? So that is important. And then when you are so powerful, your mind is powerful as well. And what you need to do to satisfy that part of your life, to create from yourself and to share that creation and making your contribution becomes easy, becomes not like a busy high working bee type thing.
Well, so that's the future you need to achieve. Yes. So that's how she's feeling. It could be beach, could be the mountain, wherever. But if you're surrounded with the nature, it's like it's sunken in you. It's giving you that different point of view. There's no distraction. It's just pleasure. So then what would she tell you, this next, what she would tell you to start today? Your future self is not
be that person today.
Yes. So your future self is not far away. She's building by your daily choices.
That's right.
And what would she tell you to begin today?
Focus.
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 Focus
And
on
because
that.
I already know what I want to do. I want to finish that book, right? I want to have connection. And but I don't want to be busy. And I don't want to be catching on to every opportunity that somebody throws my way because it is very convenient time.
You have to have that big picture in front of you. So some people, they write in the Dr. Doddy, I bought his book about neuropsychology, and he's writing about that. What's the important really in a life? He has a different part of a life collapse, his wealth, which one he was very, very rich. And suddenly the wife left him a lot of, he has to sell all of the cars and houses, which he had 15 million of debts, and he was thinking where he should start and how he should start. So it's very important to write really. He reckon every day, if you dash into that point, find out if you are achieving what you plan to get to the point, to have that relaxing time to be, and it's not only on the paper, but really go and do it. Yes. So the next one is from writing to creating. So that is the lady happy face, and this is the shift from writing for life to creating it, from reacting to leading yourself, because it's very important. Nobody does for you. You have to lead yourself to get it. And the next one, that's what is my book. So that's why I've written that book. I want people to reset their life and feel more happy, and step by step, so they never get lost, actually. There's a lot of samples and exercise in this book. So this is the life you want, really, because women didn't need more pressure. We have every day something going on. They need a pathway. So that's how I present this book, a way to reconnect, rebuild, and create a life that feels like theirs again.
And you're making those questions are very deep, but you make it sound like it's simple.
Yes, and actually, it is simple if we don't sort of like creating obstructions, because you sometimes taking everything too serious, and you have the plans for something really digging in. We have the lecture coming soon, so we have to get early morning. But when you have that path going to the sunlight where you want to get, you will eventually get there. So you have a pleasure then. So the next one is you don't need to change anything, actually. You need to begin. So you don't need to have it all figured out. That's true. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to begin.
To start, yeah.
So, yes. And the next one is just to say, to remember that, reset your body, rebuild the self, and rise into the life and create what you want, really, because that's our lives, really. Nobody will do for us. If you remember, nothing will give you pleasure. You create your life you want, and you feel happy then. So not obstacles. Don't think about something which wouldn't go well or whatever. Try it. It's never too late to try. And so that's what I really want to tell. So today, I thank you for being here, for attending to my lecture, or whatever you take from. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being open. And the most important, thank you for being willing to listen to yourself again.
Yeah, I did feel like I had special attention. Yolanta said nothing to those last videos, the last slides.
So sorry, what I did nothing?
You said nothing about those latest slides. I was
Oh,
the
I
only
said
one
nothing.
that was revealing what on my mind.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I had a vision when this lady was like when you ask Elizabeth to close the eyes and connect with my future. I immediately had this picture. I had this picture in my memory, in my vision place for the last 30 years. And that picture was that I was standing in this huge room, and outside the room, there were people who were part of my movement or company. I didn't know what it was. I had that picture always there, and I was standing in this huge room thinking, how did I get here? Why? What did I create? How did it happen? And so while and again, when I was doing this exercise yesterday about, give me a vision, I write a letter to myself. So I ask AI to write, based on what they know, write a letter to myself 12 months later in the future. And in that letter was basically describing what I have created. And so that was connecting to this picture. And so this picture that was sitting in my mind, my visual library, start to make sense. It's kind of, someone gave me this vision. So I'm saying, okay, this is came from universe. And 30 years ago, I was puzzled. What is it about? And every so often the picture was coming back, and I still was puzzled. And then when I read that future letter written to myself, I recalled it, and it started to make sense. And so who I need to become, I need to just accept it, that this is my calling.
And
That's
what Elizabeth said. Yes.
Yes.
I just accept it. And I know that silently I kept saying to myself, I don't need the busy life anymore. I don't need this and that. I just need to enjoy maybe, write. I'm enjoying writing and developing these ideas. But as recently I came closer to actually communicating, articulating the ideas that they were sitting in my mind for 30 years, but I couldn't actually explain it to anyone. Logically, really, the benefits of that was like in my head. And I started to make this, a couple of weeks ago, it came to me and it hit me, and I thought, wow, that's what it was. It started to make sense. So now I need to calm down and accept it, that it may require a little bit busier life, but with the skills that I'm learning is that I don't have to do it the way that I have done it, 20 years ago. I don't have to create busy life. I just need to learn to be guide. That's all I need to do. And use my natural organizational skills that just tell people who are in the right age and energy to do these things. And that's what brings me to this picture. I'm standing in this room and thinking how I built that. I don't even know how I built that. And I'm slowly getting there.
So attraction, you see, probably you're attracted to things which are you learned, and you see you can put it in your previous employment, previous goals to that picture, and that is very important. So it's giving you that pleasure. Oh, I am in the right place now. I know that. Because if
and
you...
I know I always remember that movie Wall Street with Michael Douglas was standing wearing this pants. He was like a business person with suspenders, wild suspenders. And always in this picture, I was standing holding these suspenders. I was wearing pants and, I had these suspenders and I was holding those suspenders. I said, what the heck? Why am I even wearing this kind of clothes?
Mm.
So this is where I was thinking when Elizabeth asked that question. It came that I need to figure out how to do it without creating hassle in my life.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's it.
And I think the last few years spent on learning, all this coaching and stuff, this is what teaches me to remove the hassle, but create the goodness. Because hassle, I don't want. I agree, Barbara, with you. Hassle, I don't want. And I cannot energetically even, do work like that, like I used to.
And I know that what you're talking about, what you want, is possible. But I remember that in the past, when I was effectively on maternity leave for 5 years. So there was this in Poland where you could. I mean, one child was born, you could extend it, and then we moved to Australia in the meantime. And then my husband said, "Well, it's time sort of that you started looking for a job." And as I'm not going to work in a factory, right? and then it feels so foreign after 5 years. But then I focused, and the moment I accepted it, that acceptance moment, is everything fell in place. I didn't actually apply to anything that was in the paper. I wrote directly to two companies, to Motorola and to NEC, and they both wanted me, right? And it was after 5 years of not doing anything. One wanted me because I came and they asked the right questions. And the other one wanted me because I seemed to have a vision for whatever they wanted to do. And it just felt right.
Good. So you learn English.
So once you make your decision,
make
a decision, it's done.
It's done. Exactly. And it's funny again, because I think I've written this post this morning. It's, or maybe yesterday, it was about that, like there are so many different leadership styles in the world and everyone's writing about it and they create something else. But the only leadership style that you really need to think about is the one that you decide to be a leader.
Yes. I can give you an example that doesn't talk about the leader. It's a beautiful definition of what weeds are.
Weeds?
Yes. Weeds are the plants that are growing in the wrong place when you don't want them. And everything fell into place.
That's exactly right. So we are on the journey. There is a vision and that may be a calling in us that we are going towards that, but we don't have to do it in a way we have done it previous time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I don't know.
right.
I don't know if Barbara watched maybe YouTube. Actually, Jolanta invited me once, and I am stuck to that. People who migrated from Poland around the world and how often they change and where they adopt, what kind of jobs they had. Incredible, really. So you can be flexible when you have a sort of goal and vision about it, so you can achieve it because you have a knowledge in that spot. But they sometimes have to climb because, like, I didn't speak English when I came to Australia, and I know. So after master degree, they accepted straight away. But I passed exams in English. It took me 1.5 year for that, and then nursing you have to sort of review and pass exams and get back to that. And then I did other courses, which one always I was thinking how to build my body healthy. Because in that situation, wherever I had at that moment, I rely on my strength. So strength is building with the energy. So you need it. You have to be open-minded and go to anything. I didn't think, so straight away I will go to the top from director of nursing, straight to director of nursing here. I did was a moment, but I didn't feel after half a year, I didn't feel suitable for that. That was actually in Scottish hospital. There was aged care, but I saw the people differently, how they acting and they abusing things and whatever. And I didn't want to fight. I haven't had the energy. I have my own problems. So you see, you choosing. That's why I went to a natural way of healing, meditation and so on, did the courses to calm myself down and have a different vision.
Also, if you find the circumstances repeating themselves in the way that you are familiar with them, you tend to go there. And that's not necessarily what you want, but it is habitual. It is pattern that you have been following all your life. And I remember that is when I came to Australia, I had my status, and then I went to work in London, and people there think like people in Poland, right? Differently. So I might tell you what the difference was. That here I came and everybody was giving everything, and everybody was talking straight. And in Poland, everybody, I mean, a well-spoken person was not the person that told you straight what you want. Mm-hmm. It was the one that would take you on a tour, and you have to guess what it is, right? And then I found that in London, and I fell into the mode that I was before. And matter of fact, when I came back to Australia, that was already in Australia, so that came this way. But it was a different country when we first came.
Yeah, that's it. Everything was different. But when you have that vision, energy, you just go. You have a plan. You see yourself somewhere. So that's how it's with
me. You have to dress up for it.
Yeah.
You have to dress up for it. It's not enough to say, here, you've got to look it.
Look at and yes, adjust. Lovely. Thank you very much, Barbara. Enjoy everything. Jolanta, enjoy of the conversation. It's very nice, and I hope you will have more. You might put a point which we should do for next meeting.
And I'm going to stop